So I just had my functional medicine appointment with Dr. Amy as part of the Skin Harmony program here at Calm Spirit. And I have to say, fantastic appointment. She answered all the questions I had and more. I walked away with really great and easy recommendations to start with. She had some really great analogies for me to describe how my body was processing things, what might be causing my acne from a hormonal standpoint, as well as from a gut and microbiome standpoint. She and I were able to do specialty testing together. Prior to my functional medicine appointment with her, I did the Dutch test as well as the GI map. These are both options that we offer here. With the acne protocol, she typically will prioritize one over the other. The GI map test was really important in telling us what's going on with my microbiome, how am I digesting and processing things, and might that be causing the acne. The Dutch test is really good for your hormones. It gives you just a great picture overall, but it gives you a look at your hormones as they're going through the day. So you're not getting just one little snapshot, you're getting to see how your body is actually metabolizing things. Because of the Dutch test, because we were able to see how my body was metabolizing hormones, it was easier for her to be able to break down what sort of supplements I would need. For instance, in my case, it's not just like I have elevated testosterone that was causing the acne here, which you can see thanks to the program is clearing up. But it wasn't just that, which is like what I would have thought on some Googling on my own. It's how my body is processing those hormones that's causing the acne. But Amy had different supplement recommendations for me because we were working on changing how my body is processing things. Another thing I really loved about this appointment was she had just some great analogies for focusing on how my body is working on things. So instead of using all of this heavy jargon, all of these complex words that most of us don't understand, she's talking about how like the taxi cars in my body are carrying nutrients and how, well, you know, taxi can't pick someone up if there's already someone in there. And that just made it really easy. I also walked away from this appointment with manageable recommendations. She, of course, gave me a full run of things on full script to look through and order. And we do get a discount through this program here, which is awesome. But she also gave me like, eat more grapes, eat more mangoes. You know, you're choosing great foods, but you're choosing the same food every day. So how do we vary that? Which really felt nice. It wasn't like you have to order all these supplements. They're the only things that are gonna work. You're gonna spend all this time and money. It was like, here's some supplements, and then here's what you can do in the meantime. Here's where you can start. Yeah, I can't say enough how helpful that functional medicine appointment was, how easy the testing was actually. I think my biggest fear coming into the functional medicine half of this program was, is this gonna be too hard to change my diet? Is the testing alone gonna be too hard? Like, how am I gonna do that? Testing, incredibly simple. As far as how much am I gonna have to change, how much time, money, all that stuff is this going to take? We started with recommendations. It was like, well, today you can eat more grapes. And she had recommendations that were like, maybe try a month without refined sugar or what have you. And then here's our supplements. And then we're gonna meet back and we're gonna build. All of us here understand that life is crazy. Life is always busy. There's never like an easy time to start some of this stuff, but she's really good at being supportive and no pressure. I also think with functional medicine, there was some fear that I was going to walk in and just get bombarded with things I didn't understand or things that made me feel bad about myself. You know, a lot of us have been to the doctor and just been made to feel bad. And that's why we're in this space. And I walked out of that appointment with her just like feeling confident, feeling supported, feeling all the things you want to feel.